how do we prepare ourselves for our seated meditation? Now, I'm sure you might have seen a lot of yogis with mudras, sitting with their hands on the knees, like so, or flipped, like this. In this meditation, we will not be doing any mudras like this. The reason for it is because we are simply trying to have the body in the most relaxed physical state. And so as you can see, I have my ankles crossed at the middle line. This allows my hips to be open enough to where the knees can come down. But if the hips are too tight, what you can do is use a pillow. You can see I even folded the pillow up in order to lift my hips up higher than my knees. This will allow me to sit for a little bit longer because we don't want to have our body like this. It is already known physiologically, if our body is stressed or in a posture that doesn't allow us to feel good, emotionally and our nervous system will then also feel stressed out. So sitting like this is already uncomfortable. And as we already know, meditation isn't the easiest thing to do. So what this video is really about is setting the right conditions for your meditation. Now, everybody's body is gonna be different. So I'm gonna lift my hips back up. You could use a pillow, you could use a blanket, you could even buy a meditation cushion if you want. Yet, you can also use what you have at your house. Now, if you don't want to sit this way, what are the other options? You can cross the legs like so. The reason I don't choose this type of seated meditation for myself is because I do long-term meditation, an hour of meditation. During the retreat, what I ended up experiencing when I first started the meditation course was my knees, the pressure of the knees on my ankles was becoming unbearable, and the ankle on the floor was hurting me tremendously. And so then I had realized that the monks sat this way so that the knees weren't putting pressure onto the ankles. Yet, since we're not, trying to achieve monk status, we can crisscross the legs like this. Now, where do we put the hands? Rather than the hands being down like this on the knees, the reason being is because sometimes in our meditation, we may not notice it, but our hands start to grip onto the knees. This then causes tension within the hands and it transfers up into the upper body. What about the hands like this? Well, this also requires quite a bit of effort to keep the hands open. And so it could actually drain energy from our experience of meditation. So the easiest thing to do, in my opinion and what I've learned from the monks, is to place one hand on top of the other, followed by one thumb on top of the other. Basically one fingernail on top of the other. The reason for this is we're going to place the back of the wrists onto the inside of the thighs. This allows my elbows to bend and relax into the thighs, supporting me. The thumbs, I asked this question to the monks, I said, why don't I put the hands like this? Because I had sat down one time and the monk said, don't do that. And he says, if you get too relaxed, you may slip and it'll break your concentration. So one thumb on top of the other. Now, you can explore any type of seated position that you want, yet this is what I do for my practice, and it's what I found to be the best situation or conditions for myself. It's really about that. When I was in the retreat, I remember when I first started, they had cushions there, and I had stacked like 2 or 3. And I had gotten pillows, and I was trying to make like a spaceship for myself for my meditation experience. And the monks, after a few days, they teased a lot of the Westerners because they were sitting on the floor. Some of them had basically a bamboo sheet and without a cushion. Now, granted, these are monks and they've been doing it their whole lives, but they poked at us and they said, you guys are too comfortable. So, try to do your best to set the right environment, but don't make it to the point where you're like, ooh, this is so comfortable, I might be able to take a little nap while I'm sitting. So as you can see, I'm in my bed or in the bedroom on top of the bed. This is soft enough of a surface to where I can feel comfortable. At this point, I could sit on the floor for an hour and also do my meditation, but that's not really what we're trying to achieve within this course. We're really just trying to create an environment and the proper conditions, which is our seating environment, in order to stimulate a safe environment, so that when we think about, okay, it's time to meditate, we have something that is established. So hopefully this video is helpful. Let's also talk about whether or not you can sit like this depending on your age or just your physical body. If this doesn't work and you can't sit this way upright, then you can use a chair, placing your feet on the floor and sitting at the edge of the chair, so this way your body is upright. If that is too much, you could sit against the wall, but make sure that your body is touching the wall closely, even the lower back, so that your body is also upright. We don't want to have the body slouched. We also don't want to have it too tight, because this will exhaust us. So it's a natural feeling of just upright. During the meditation, your body will naturally start to either fold inward and you'll fix it, and so you'll overcompensate and you'll make it too upright, and you'll start to feel the discomfort of that, and you'll go back and forth. I promise you it'll happen. So, be mindful, be gentle, use the technique of the noting mind to observe when those things are happening. And hopefully this video either offers a little bit more information to how to sit for meditation, and I'll see you on the next video.